In the crushing dark of the trench, pressure isn't the only thing pressing in. The crew of Mariana-7 discovers deep claw marks along the hull, far below where any life should exist. And then, something brushes the ship. A soundless impact. A shape with no form. They stare into the void, and the void stares back. Welcome to SpookyShade, the channel where the unknown comes knocking, and we dare to answer. Subscribe for more terrifying journeys into darkness, madness, and the things buried beneath. Chapter 4. Underneath the hull. The spiral remained on the chamber glass for hours. It didn't smear. It didn't dry. It pulsed, faintly, like a heartbeat. Petra was the one who broke the silence first. That symbol, she whispered. It's not random. I've seen it before. Everyone turned to her. Where? Evelyn asked sharply. Petra hesitated, then pulled up a file from her personal logs. In the metadata from Transmission 7, embedded in the waveform. Not visible to the ear, but when you isolate the frequency layers, this shape repeats. She tapped her screen. The spiral appeared, overlaying the sonar data like a brand. Mason swore. You're telling me the signal drew that symbol? No, Petra said. I think something on the other end of the signal did. They sedated Reyes again after he began speaking in his sleep, an unknown language, guttural and wet, as if the words themselves were drowning. Watanabe ran a phonetic match. No known language. Not ancient. Not alien. Maybe it's not meant to be understood, Reyes muttered groggily as he drifted back to sleep. Maybe it's meant to change us. At 22:13, the crew gathered in the control room. Evelyn stood at the helm. She looked more tired than usual, but her eyes burned with focus. We're not here by accident, she said. Transmission 7 wasn't a signal. It was an invitation. Or a lure. No one disagreed anymore. She continued, and I think we're being examined. The handprint. The box. Mike's disappearance. The spiral. Petra added. And it's not over. The signal's getting closer. Watanabe nodded. It's now only 170 meters beneath us. We're detecting structural voids. Chambers, maybe. Hollow space where the rock should be solid. Mason frowned. Like tunnels? Or architecture? Evelyn said nothing. Just nodded once. Hours later, as the ship creaked gently in the still blackness, an alarm shattered the quiet. Hull breach detected. Aft undercarriage. The room erupted into motion. Seal compartments. Evelyn shouted. Mason with me. They rushed through the twisting corridors toward the rear hull. When they reached the hatch, they found water, not gushing, but seeping through a hairline fissure. But more terrifying than the breach itself were the claw marks. Deep gouges, unnatural in pattern, etched along the outer wall like something had tried to get in. Or marked territory. What the hell could cause this at 11,000 meters? Mason whispered. Petra's voice crackled over the comms. You're not going to like this, but sonar just picked up movement. From directly beneath us. How big? She hesitated. Bigger than the Mariana-7. At 3:04, the external camera in Bay 2 came back online. The screen blinked to life. There, just at the edge of light, something massive hovered. A wall of flesh, covered in mottled, black skin like a whale, but with tendrils trailing from beneath. At its center, an eye, lidless, immense, and watching. No one spoke. The creature drifted forward slightly, brushing the hull. The lights flickered. For a moment, Evelyn felt her thoughts stretch, like something was inside her head. It whispered, not in words, but in emotion, curiosity. Then it vanished, sliding away into the trench like smoke in water. Later that morning, Petra approached Evelyn privately. I don't think it was alone. What makes you say that? She pulled up the sonar logs. Multiple readings. Shadows beneath shadows. Like something stirring in layers far deeper than any instrument could clearly read. Do you believe in depths below the trench? She asked. Evelyn stared at the screen. I do now. By midday, Reyes was missing. No alarm. No noise. Just gone. His room was locked from the inside. When they forced the door open, they found only his clothes, a pool of black fluid on the floor, and the spiral symbol, drawn again. On the ceiling. Petra's voice broke the silence later, trembling. What if we were never meant to find what's down here? Evelyn stared at the spiral, now smeared across multiple surfaces throughout the ship, spreading like a fungus. What if it wanted to be found? She whispered. That night, something knocked on the outside of the hull. 3 times. Then silence. Then, it knocked back when Mason pounded the steel in reply. To be continued in Chapter 5, The Broken Ascent.